Next map is going to be Search and Destroy on bootleg, though.
Yes. Watching SK play earlier on, you know, S&D, they started off so very slowly, and it kind of was the downfall for them. And I'm not sure whether they're going to be able to start off quick. They are going to need to start very quickly. They don't want to be playing it too slow like they did. I mean, that was one of the downfalls that put them in such a bad situation in previous games.
Yeah, it's nice to see Mac actually supporting SK. He was originally in the lineup. Madcatz actually the pickup for them because Mac wasn't originally going to be coming to this event. He did actually manage to attend and play under TCM, who unfortunately didn't make it as far as anticipated. Funnily enough, Mac was actually a pickup for TCM because Hammers couldn't make it due to illness.
Absolutely. We've seen quite a few shocking results, though, really, compared to what we were expecting. You know, quite a lot of upsets, but it's been an interesting run in that respect, I would say.
I mean, the one thing that you can say is what was really expected is Optic have made it to the grand final yet again. Interestingly, a team that has been seeded first has never actually won a tournament or a championship, and, you know, Optic are looking to actually break that trend. Yeah,
they really are, and they're looking good stead to go ahead and actually do that. It's going to be interesting to find out who they are going to end up playing against, though, because it's wide open, this losers bracket.
There are still a lot of teams in here. Fear apparently are on a huge comeback. They played against Dignitas, and I was informed that they actually won a capture the flag 7-0 and won a best of 5 series 3-0. So I don't know what happened against Farico Yin earlier. Maybe Dignitas were slipping up, but in any case, Fear are back in this tournament.
Yeah, and we are on board with Phobia in this S&D bootleg, and as it stands, we're going to be a little quiet maybe because I'm not sure if we are. Are we still going through the speakers? I think we may be, so we are going to be quiet. But Madcatz gets the 2-piece and S&D takes down. Oh, he takes down Goosey in T1. That was a very nice play. And it is going to be a 1 versus 2 scenario. Madcatz and Black up against Strict. And Strict in a little bit of trouble, if I'm honest. Oh, that's going to be quite nice.
That's got to be a kill.
Well played there. It's 1 versus 1 now.
It's Madcatz versus Strict. And Strict, the game that I actually commentated over when Phobia were playing earlier, had some huge clutch plays. He definitely was standing out for the Phobia lineup, in my opinion. Let's see if he can clutch this now 1 versus 1 and get his team off to a good start in Search and Destroy.
Guarantee one thing, if Madcatz goes ahead and takes this, he's going to absolutely erupt.
We know it.
But 1 minute 23 still to play. And I'm just going to have a little bit of a screen peek and find out where Madcatz comes.
Interesting. Very interesting spot.
Obviously, like we say, we don't want to give away too much whilst, because obviously the players are very, very close to us, but we can say it is, yes.
I don't know if you guys just saw him on the screen there, but we certainly did.
Strict, he's going to have to, at this point now, he's going to have to redirect and see if he can get the objective.
Well, he definitely needs to go for the bomb. He obviously can't find Madcatz, so he's going to have to pick that up, but he's probably cautious that Madcatz knows where the bomb is. Fortunately for Strict, he does not.
Yeah, so Strict actually managing to pick that bomb up, and 42 seconds left. I am tempted to change team just so they can see, but obviously they can't see.
We're just going to very quickly flick over just so you can see where Madcatz's been camping out there, and he's been
just so you know, he hasn't moved, has he?
No, but now he's making the push.
We say that. Oh, Strict takes him down, and just as we expected, the Phobia guys very, very happy with that.
Every round so important here, and there is a lot on the line. You know, we're getting to the end of this actual championship. The stream, of course, brought to you by Gamer Gloves, and this is the Madcatz MW3 Championship. So there is a lot of money on the line as well, Benson, and that is why, you know, this warrants this this hype and this happiness after every single kill, I guess. Yeah, definitely. I mean, after every single kill, they are really getting involved. But I think that's what you need, though, to be fair. It adds to the atmosphere, and it's also psychological. I think quite a lot of people, especially if you've never been to LAN before, you don't appreciate the psychological aspect to it. Especially for me, this obviously has been my first LAN. I've really understood now the psychological edge to it. But Toby takes down Rush with the nade. So SK getting off to a great start, 4 versus 3, as we're on board with Goosey. And Goose is going to opt for this fairly obvious position, but such a strong one behind the barrel, slowly dropping down and manoeuvring around the map, just trying to locate someone. Unfortunately, getting caught off guard by Josh, who picks up the 2-piece. And Josh has really got to be careful, because when he gets a double kill, he completely turns away from the screen. He does. The thing is, especially with Josh, is when he gets excited, when he does something good, he tends to just put his controller down, and you know, the celebration, it leaves him so vulnerable. Yeah. But hey, fair play to him. He got a nice 2-piece. Madcatz got the final kill, 1-1 so far, and we will go ahead and change team, and we'll get on board with the SK team and see how they're going to set up. Obviously, they're going to be on defense. And like I was saying before, I mean, every time I've seen them on defense, they've set up very, very defensively. They don't want to give anything away. And we'll get on board with Toby. He seems
going to be using an SMG, going to be moving a little bit more aggressively than most of his teammates are, as he does pick up a hit marker bottom mid, cooking that nade, and I love that spot. That's so good, but he's got the hit marker there. That's always painful. Yeah,
well, he knows that someone's around there. Unfortunately, he doesn't pick up the kill, but it does put him in this advantageous position, so he doesn't have to push in, and instead he's just going to camp back a little bit and get in this extremely good position where he will be able to take out anyone who runs through those doors. Yeah, it's a nice spot there by Toby. And oh, Bao King, he's not happy. He's just killed himself. I'm not entirely sure how he's done that. But Strict has taken down Josh. T1 takes down Toby as well. Bomb is down, 38 seconds. And it's going to be Madcatz and Black up against T1 and Strict. There's lots of stuns going. Black takes down Strict, 2 versus 1 now. And this is getting very, very close. Time is ticking down, 29 seconds left. It's very tense. Madcatz might actually go for a defuse, knowing that he's got the support of Black, but no, he wants to find his kill first. And the player still left alive for Phobia.
Oh!
And there we go.
But just so anyone that can't hear the banter there from Josh is keep killing yourself to Bao King, because obviously he accidentally killed himself with the nade. But he's definitely got to regret that. I mean, you can't do that at this level, can you?
Well, exactly, and it did cost them potentially that round. You know, they may have taken that, could be 2-1 the other way. But hey, that's just the way it goes. Phobia do still have the lead in this best of 11 series, though, the 3-2 up. We're going to switch over onto the other sport. No, we're not. We're going to stay on board with these for one more round and see what Toby can do. Yeah, obviously now SK are on the attack, as Toby throwing those stuns connects with both of them, not opting to challenge with the nade. They're not entirely sure why he knew they were there, but it just seems like on bootleg, we know it's the massive control for bottom mid. That's what it's all about, basically, the fight for bottom mid. T1 did take down Toby, though, so, you know, Phobia are off to a good start this round. Well, Madcatz is the bomb carrier with the ACR, so he's going to be trying to keep his distance from the other players, because that is, of course, an extremely long-range gun. And if he just sets up in this position here, he will no doubt be able to outgun anyone who just pushes over that top platform area. Yeah, absolutely. As Madcatz does come into contact with T1 and takes him down. Nice play by Madcatz. He's now going to reshuffle his position and see if anyone else is going to try and rush him. I'm not sure if they will. 1 minute 42 still to go. And Madcatz with the bomb. Josh takes out Rush, Black takes out Strict, and now it is 3-1 in favour of SK. They're looking good to actually bring this back to 3-3 overall in the best of 11. And what was looking poor for them at the start, after a little bit of a walkover previously by Phobia, is looking like SK's game. Absolutely. It's pretty shocking. It's almost as if SK they just want the revenge for actually getting knocked down into losers bracket, because it was a shock at the time, wasn't it? And let's go ahead and change team and give you Phobia's perspective as we get on board with Rush. Obviously now Phobia are on attack, and let's see what Rush is going to get up to. Disconnect with that stun, tries to jump, but that's a fail nade, unfortunately. Not quite unlucky, to be fair. Well, this time at least it doesn't take him out. That's the important thing. But T1 is going to get first blood of this round. Toby drops to the floor, and that is bad news for SK, because they are so close to actually taking this search and destroy and bringing things back to 3-3. Yeah, absolutely. Just one round away from equaling up this best of 11. Still on board with Rush, who's just trying to secure this area, but no, Madcatz came from behind, takes down Rush. T1 carried on to get the bomb down, and Josh comes from the other side. Goosey takes down Madcatz, though, and he knows roughly where one of the players is going to be. Black takes down Strict. Goosey's going to be all by himself, and Josh is getting very hyped up right there. And to be fair, he's kind of done it. Quite a lot of the Optic lads that are spectating behind there, they're having a good laugh. They're enjoying the banter. They're not used to it, apparently. They were saying they're not used to all the banter. I don't think anyone's really used to what Josh and Madcatz do, in all fairness.
It's definitely one of a kind, isn't it? They're a special case.
They come as a pair as well.
The interesting thing is, though, their teammates are very quiet. That's the thing.
I think Toby likes to get involved now and then, but Black, do you know what?
Quiet. I've never heard him speak.
I've heard him shout a little bit. But in any case, there we go. So it is 3-3 now.